Hey there, I'm Nancy Hillis, and I wanted to show you what I've been working on recently. And it's this very large painting, a black and white painting, and it's on paper. And I use latex paint, black and white latex paint. And what I want to do now is go back into it and create some more contrasts, bringing in even a kind of a whiter white and a blacker black. And so we'll see what happens. I've been playing around with pieces of paper where I might want to do that. And some of these very white places are just the white of the paper, which are brighter than the areas where I laid in the latex paint. So, I'm just kind of playing with it, see where it goes. And I brought out a variety of tools of different sizes, some of my favorite tools, which I'll have for you in the link, color shapers, smaller ones, and so forth. And then the other thing I'm going to do is come in with some Utrecht paint, some Studio Series bright white and some deep black, because this is what I've got available easily. So I think that will give me the contrast that I'm looking for. So I think I'll get started and we'll see what happens. Just kind of laying this white in to see if I can get a brighter, kind of more opaque white in there. And then I want to bring that in over here. These are just some areas I was interested in. And just seeing the difference between this bright white on top of this kind of not as bright white is interesting, and leaving some of that. Also, I'm kind of laying down a more impasto brush stroke there. Kind of changing the direction here, a more diagonal direction. I'm also aware of making these sizes different as I bring in white. I don't want everything the same size, so that's another thing I'm aware of. I'm just going to step back for a minute. One thing I might do at some point is I might come in with a bigger size kind of squeegee to make a bigger move on the paper. Let's see. To do that, I need to put the paint on a plate so that I can move it. Let's see where I put the plate. Okay, I'm not seeing one. Oh, here we go. So I need to get some of this white onto the plate so I have the space. This is so wide, the scraper, that sometimes, or shaper, that I can't get it into these jars. get a bigger move going on there. What's interesting is it's creating this kind of very veiled look, very, very subtle, which is nice. I didn't know that was going to happen, and I'm liking that a lot. Oops. So what's happening is the paint is getting up on this edge and I can't get it onto the paper. So I'm going to take it off. I don't want to waste that paint. So I'll take it off of here. But I definitely was getting a very interesting effect. Okay, I'll put this in the water for now. All right, and I'm just going to step back. Actually, I'll move some of this paint back over. I hate to waste paint. This is kind of interesting. I was just scraping that off. Now this, it might be interesting to, just do an imprint or something. See if that'll work. I don't know if it will or not, but yeah, it did. And you never know what's going to happen, but I think that's kind of interesting. I love it when that happens, when these kind of marks happen that, where you just really don't know. You can't predict it. Try a little bit here. I have to watch that this doesn't fall off the easel. Okay. So that's something interesting you can explore. The other thing I'm wanting to do, because I've got a lot of white here, is I want to come in with some black. And I think it'll be interesting to do that because I think that the black here is kind of grayed. Again, it's that latex house paint. So I'm curious, what's going to happen when I come in with a different black. So let's kind of play with that and see what happens. Got a smaller little shaper here. Oh, interesting. It is darker. It's darker than the black that I have on there. And I find it interesting to go into, say, this black, which is kind of grayed, and then put a kind of a darker black into it. So you've got this difference in the two blacks. Okay, let's go in with a bigger size. Hold on just a second. Okay. Bigger, wider. I wanted, sometimes when you come back in, you want to kind of integrate the paint so it's not like that the last thing you put on there is kind of pasted on. So it's this, you know, kind of lost and found edges, push-pull. Again, just playing, see what happens. Playing with the moves. I want it threading through. So that's where I place that white. I want to break up some of those edges there. Yeah. So again, it's kind of this back and forth, and I often will make some moves on a painting and then come back to it after an hour or so, or even the next day, and see if there's anything I want to do. You know, I might build up many layers here on this one and just go like that. But these are some of the thoughts that are running through that I'm thinking about. And a lot of it's just responding to what's already there and then bringing in that conversation of paint. So I invite you to explore in your studio, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about your process. Thanks so much.